Those of us who are in the baby boom generation are going through a very slow, very gradual, very subtle change in our lives. But everyone knows that this is a time when we become 50, 55, 60, 65. This is a time when our parents are passing away, if they haven't already passed away. Now, what is the baby boom generation? Most of you know that the baby boom generation are the people who were born between the years 1944 and 1962. These were the people born when their fathers came back from the service. 11 million servicemen were mustered out at the end of World War II and came home to wives or got married and had children right away. Millions and millions of children were born between those years. And it still is the largest, actually it is the largest percentage of our population are between the ages of roughly 48 to 68. So here's my point. As the baby boom generation becomes 50, 55, 60, 65, and their parents pass away, we have fewer and fewer people who served in World War II. When I was growing up, when I was 5, 10, 15 years old, every father in my neighborhood served in World War II. Now, as I look through even the town I live in today, there are fewer and fewer people who served in World War II. If you look at a Memorial Day parade, you're going to see fewer and fewer people who served in World War II. It was interesting to note today that it was reported that a man named Frank Buckles is the last surviving veteran from World War I. He's 108 years old. When he dies, there are no living veterans from World War I. You will not be able to speak to or know a veteran of World War I. There's a short window here of about 15 years, 20 years at the most, where anybody in this country will really have an opportunity to know, speak to, learn from a veteran of World War II. It'll just be in the books. It'll just be in the movies. It'll just be in the documentaries. What I'm suggesting is that on this Veterans Day, we remember all the veterans from all the wars. World War I, there's one of them. World War II, the Korean War, the veterans from the Vietnam War, the Gulf War, the veterans from Afghanistan and Iraq, the service people working and fighting in Iraq and Afghanistan as I speak. It's very important that we recognize, appreciate, and certainly remember these people. It's not about your politics or whether you agree with these wars. It's to show respect to our veterans. I have a very important tip for any of you history fans out there, or people who want to know more about World War II. The History Channel, it's a cable station. It's actually a network on the cable stations. It's a program called World War II High Definition. It's a 10-hour documentary series that begins this Sunday night at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time and will run for 5 days consecutively to Thursday, November 19th. This series will be one of the best opportunities to understand and learn about World War II. So I highly recommend that program, and I will follow up on this series next week.